On this day in 1609, Galileo demonstrates his first telescope to Venetian aristocrats. The telescopes would be a profitable sideline for Galileo, who sold them to merchants who found them useful at sea and as items of trade. Explorer James Cook departs from Plymouth aboard the Endeavour on the first of 3 voyages, the primary aim being to observe the transit of Venus across the Sun in hopes of using it to update navigation strategies for the Royal Navy. As a secondary objective, he was to seek evidence of Terra Australis, or the fabled Great Southern Land, which, as it was believed, exists to keep the Earth balanced on both poles. 2 years after departure, he would discover the east coast of Australia and claim it for the British Empire. With Japan still suffering from a shortage of food in the post-war era, the Ministry of Health tried to encourage people to eat bread made from wheat flour that was supplied by the United States. Inventor Momofuku Ando wondered why bread was recommended instead of noodles, which are more familiar to the Japanese. The ministry's response was that noodle companies were too small and unstable to satisfy supply needs, and Ando decided to develop the production of noodles by himself. The experience convinced him that peace will come to the world when the people have enough to eat. 25th, 1958, at the age of 48, and after months of trial and error to perfect his flash frying method, Andrew marketed the first package of pre-cooked instant noodles. The original chicken flavor is called chicken ramen. It was originally considered a luxury item with a price of 35 yen, around 6 times that of traditional udon and soba noodles at the time. As of 2016, chicken ramen is still sold in Japan and now retails for around 120 yen, or approximately 1/3 of the price of the cheapest bowl of noodles in a Japanese restaurant. He saved thousands of university students from having to learn how to cook real food. Cute baby Ivan the Terrible was born on this day in 1530. Ivan would grow into a cruel leader, given to rages and prone to episodic outbursts of mental instability that increased with his age. In one such outburst, he killed his son and heir, Ivan Ivanovich. Famous deaths include Neil Armstrong, the first man to step on the moon, who famously said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." He is considered the best known of the 3 Apollo 11 program actors. In the theme of Ivans, architect Frank Lloyd Wright marries writer Olga Ivanovna in 1928. It's for Friedrich Nietzsche, who died after years of psychological illness and a series of strokes. Various explanations have been theorized over the cause of his illness, including mercury poisoning, syphilis, a brain tumor, and indeed his own philosophy. In France, it's Liberation Day, celebrating the liberation of Paris from the Nazi occupiers. It's Uruguayan Independence Day, which celebrates the independence of Uruguay from Brazil in 1825. In Brazil, it's Soldiers' Day, which celebrates Luis Alves de Lima e Silva Duque de Caxias, patron of the Brazilian army, who was born in 1803 and fought in several wars. Hopefully you're inspired to make your day worthy of the history books. Like and subscribe for more on this day. Thanks for watching. See you next time.